Welcome back to another Hold on, give me 1 second. Welcome back to another episode of Last One y Nos Vamos.
Yes, guys, welcome back. We had a little glitch there, but hey.
I hope you guys like that little transition there, but Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. I don't know how many of you did your rituals or what was it? Latino what?
¿Te pusiste tu calzón? ¿Te pusiste la tanguita roja?
La de la tanguita roja, la de la tanguita roja.
Did any of you actually go running around your block with your luggage?
I would expect that one from you.
No.
Definitely.
No, again, because I'm just going to make sure that I travel. That's it. Period. And also, we really want to thank our new subscribers.
Yes, we were able to pick some subscribers before the end of the year.
Yay. Welcome, guys.
Going in on 2024.
Yeah, so we want to thank you guys, our new subscribers, our new followers on Instagram, our TikTok, on all the other platforms,
Yes.
Spotify. I don't know if I don't think we've checked that one, but yes, thank you guys. And then also thank you to all of our current subscribers who have been listening to us all along, keeping up with us.
Yes, saludos.
Saludos a todos. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed your time with your family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys made it safe and sound.
Yes. So I hope you guys enjoyed your family, enjoyed the food. Ya no más comida. Ya no queremos comer.
Sheesh.
Y
No
todavía
la
van a tener tamales in the freezer, pozole in the freezer to defrost it for the rest of the year. You guys are good for the
Era
rest of the year.
lonche, pa la
Pero
semana.
ya no. I'm done. Family time. Great. Ahora sí. Time to get back. But speaking
Back to reality.
Back to reality. Go, there goes gravity.
Oh, wow.
We're to cut that out. We're to cut that out.
Okay, MC.
So speaking about family, Lenchito, earlier you were telling me about you've been noticing how there's been some women that have been on podcasts and they've shared how they don't have a close relationship with their fathers,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I mentioned that to you, and we're trying to say this because this is the beginning of the year, right? So we want to kind of mention these things that could be helpful.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, I thought about it more as you mentioned. Like for one, saca la lengua or suelta la lengua con
suelta la
Itate.
Ajá.
And I mentioned to you that Jenny 69 was there. But even before Jenny 69 episode with her and La Plática, Itati talked about her father that didn't have like a close relationship.
Yeah.
So that's actually where it started. And this was the first episode with La Plática.
Yeah.
The second episode, it seems like they're having a better relationship if you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And now with Jenny 69 episode with Itati, with Itati's podcast, she was saying that, oh, like every time you mention about your dad, you remind me of my situation that I didn't have a good relationship with my dad. So that's why I wanted to almost say, like, what is something that you think if your dad could teach you, meaning for your own personal growth as a woman or in the lover life, we could make it easier. What could that be for you?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, my dad, I do want to start by saying that my dad is an amazing dad, is an amazing dad. I've mentioned it before that he always made sure that we had a really good childhood.
Right.
And I've just never thought about it that way. Like if there was something, but
It's more like again, we love our family, right?
Yeah.
We're always going to have our ups and downs with the family. That's part of being a family.
Yeah.
But I think more of this, I just wanted to hit it as, okay, like if I know Itati and 6ix9ine just because they're, influencers, they're not the only ones going with the issue. It's more of like, okay, if we don't have kids and you guys should know this by now, but it's like, something that I would have liked that my mom would have taught me, let's say on the lover life. And again, I'm not going to say that I'm speaking for my mom, but I'm not saying that this is from, she took this information from my dad.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know how many boyfriends my mom had. So again, I'm not going to ask that question, but it'd be nice for her to be like, I didn't like these qualities from the man. And now bring that information and take it on to me and be like, look, when you grow older, I don't want you to, or not or like, look, this can be a little bit better with your future relationships or your future love life or your when you get married.
Yeah.
One simple example and that we hit that my mom didn't teach me, but obviously my sister did was basically the whole putting the toilet bowl up when I go take a pee, right?
Yeah.
And then put it down.
Okay.
As you know, something super simple, but obviously my parents didn't teach me how to be my sister. So if my mom could have said something like that to me, like, hey, it's respectful for you to do this for the ladies, like it would have been nice to hear from her.
Okay. How did you, now that you mentioned that, how did you feel when your sister told you? Were you confused? Like what was your thought process about that?
It was surprising because with my older sister, I don't have that communication.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotten better, but it was way worse before. Obviously, it's almost like 10 years apart.
Yeah.
So I get that point, but you know, the way she said it, it was a shock. But I'm glad she did because obviously I took it upon and I started doing that. And I saw it and I was able, she basically didn't say like, you know, the female privates, the privates parts of it, but she was able to explain it to, it was more like a courtesy for you guys.
Oh, okay. See, that was my next question. Like, okay, so how did she say it? Because one thing, like it can go like either way. It can be like, can you just put the toilet seat down, please? Or just put it down and there's no explanation. But I like that she explained it to you.
Obviously, I don't think our parents are going to be that harsh, right?
No, but this is good though.
But we can expect it from a sister. But no, like I feel like if a parent really opens up, it would be more easy on it and be like, oh, you know, it's just a courtesy thing.
Well, something that I guess I can say that something that I wish my dad would have taught me is, you know, doing my oil change, changing my tire, or what's something else that you constantly do. I don't know. Like the other day, our drains were clogged, right?
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's something, and he would do that all the time because the drains will always get clogged because sometimes
on the football team,
we were a football team, and then sometimes I would probably throw the toilet paper in the toilet. So maybe some of those things I would have liked, but the thing is that I really picked up on a lot of things that he did. And I wasn't like the quote unquote, you know, girly girl growing up. I was always doing the yard work. Like, honestly, like I would literally like do all the yard work. And I think that's the only thing that I can remember that I would do was like quote unquote the man's job in the house. But yeah, I feel like that's something that I wish I would have learned.
Like an oil change, or for him to teach you how to use the snake to unclog the drains.
and I'm just like, that's disgusting though. Like, so you guys could take care of it. No, but that's something that I would like to learn to do.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out handy because obviously we paid, let's say, $50 for renting it, right? But if you call the plumber, ¿cuánto no iban a cobrar? At least $200.
Oh my gosh, I did not even think about that. Or even having to go like to get an oil change, you can save yourself a couple bucks from that. Like, how much is an oil change?
Well, last time I did it was $93. I think it did go up a little bit, like almost $20, $40, because I know I was paying like $70. So $20 to $40. But I mean, for me, I mentioned it before. I just feel like, yeah, maybe $100 could be a lot for a lot of people. I'm not saying it's not a lot for me, but there's some times where I have to like schedule things in, and then it just makes it easier to go an hour or two to go get it done. Yeah. Instead of like, you know, getting frustrated. It's like, man, I have to do it. Or, you know, at least I know it's going to get done. So I'd rather just go in there and do it.
Yeah. Because imagine, like, it'll probably save you, like, if you knew, like you know how to do your oil change, but it's probably just easier just to take it to the dealership. But if I knew, here's the thing, like, I can save myself money. I can save myself time because I can just do it myself without having to work on their time. So I'll be on my time.
But,
okay.
I know when we're not trying to go off topic and we're trying to stay with parents, but I did teach you how to do your oil change
You
and your
did.
tire rotation
Yeah.
and, you know, changing a tire.
Yeah.
Now, would it that been great for your dad to teach you? Obviously, you say yes.
Yeah.
But is that making like even bond time with your dad, even though he's teaching you something? Or do you think you would have felt like, this is a guy's job. I don't want to do this, or I'm just gonna take it in?
I love that question. I'm just like, I wish my dad would have taught me. Like, yeah, that is bonding time.
Obviously, it's gonna help you for your future.
And I love that you mentioned that. Yeah, that it's definitely bonding time because something that I have seen, if you have a close relationship with your dad and bonding time, it can boost up your self-esteem. Because think about it, you know how to do a lot of things that a lot of people don't know how to do. So that's going to be like, I feel like that's something that's going to encourage you to do even more. And if you do know how to do those things, maybe teach other people to do that. But the whole oil change, I'm sorry, but I probably won't remember. It's been so long. I can probably look up a YouTube video or ask my dad or you.
También.
Yeah. And another thing, I don't want to backtrack it, but ahorita, now that I'm mentioning that, when you were talking about the relationships that you wish your mom would have had taught you something about relationships and what characteristics to look for, maybe that you don't want in a person. They said that your dad will pretty much be able to.
Like he's
going
like
to
a
be the
reflection.
example. He's going to be an example of what you want in a man. So if your dad was for you, for yourself,
for the female,
right? For the females, if your dad is a great dad, they're I don't know what are the things that the dad needs. So if they are showing you affection, they're taking care of you, you're bonding, they're giving you, ¿cómo se dice? They're giving you consejos, attention, all of those things that you need. Those are probably some of the qualities that you're going to look for in a relationship. But maybe I'm not saying this is for everyone, but let's say if maybe your dad wasn't like that and they have, negative qualities, then maybe that's something that you're going to look for subconsciously, probably. But because that's all you know, that's the only example, that's the only male example that you had.
Right. And like I mentioned, and I think for me, this is probably the biggest one because it comes with the Hispanic culture. And as I mentioned that they were going so fast but still in a young age. Yeah. Like obviously our dads, we can say for yours and mine, if because I know your dad, correct? I feel like they always was in the work mode. Like most of their time was at working and it wasn't more on, bonding. So obviously our parents were able to manage that, but maybe a lot of the parents out there struggle on that nature. So like I see that. Yeah. For me, like a good quality from my mom is like we mentioned it. She taught me how to just be able to support for myself and be able to like cook or wash clothes or iron. Obviously ya tenemos la washer y la dryer que supuestamente it does the ironing for us. But I appreciate that she did teach me that too. Now, para la relación, no sé si te he dicho, pero she did tell me kind of, and maybe that's a reason why I was very detailed picking, relationships or a relationship, that she was like, cuidado, because si son peligrosas las mujeres, so,
Yes, we are.
So,
she wasn't wrong about that.
Yeah, and obviously, like I was young and I never really saw it as like maybe when you're an adult now, you feel like your mom is being like almost toxic. I didn't feel that she was saying it in that way. She was saying it like a very mom nature, woman way of like, look, just be careful out there. Yeah. Like, you can run in situations. And obviously I took that upon, and like I mentioned, that's why I probably did what I did in my relationships. Yeah.
And she taught you with what she knows, right? Because something that I've heard is, pretty much like give your parents a break. Like
Yeah.
they're still living, like they're still learning, they're still living their life. They're kind of still growing up.
Yeah, at
Because
the moment.
because their parents and their parents' parents, just taking it back so many generations back, they were learning. So I honestly feel like looking it back, I honestly feel that like the whole bonding time, I feel like we did bond by him taking us to different places, or just that's the way that I see bonding, like him
Right.
taking us to different places and making sure that we had a good childhood.
So you wouldn't like your dad to teach you something on the love life, though?
I feel like
Like,
I
obviously,
don't think they taught me. They did teach me, but not like their way of teaching me.
because
They did teach me, like, just keep an eye on them, because they were strict parents. Were like, no, you can't have a boyfriend. But it was always like, no, I guess it was
it's
more like
more.
my
I
mom.
think that's. Sorry, I'm trying to butt in, and sorry to kind of cut you off, but I think obviously me, I don't have a little girl, so I'm just speaking up, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that every dad is like this, but I'm gonna say a lot of the dads are toxicos, meaning for that reason. Like, they're like, oh, watch out with the guys, or watch out, don't trust every guy. Obviously, my mom did, but she wasn't saying it every time, constantly. And yes, it could be a back burner too. So, I think a lot of the dads, we are jealous. I don't know yet if I am or not, but I think I'm going to be open. I think I'll be a little bit more open on relationships.
Yeah. Oh, of
Because
course.
I'll be able, because what my mom taught me, like, I know I have to be open about it.
I feel like you will be okay because of the way that you are. You're very respectful. Like, again, like whatever it is that the way that you are with me, then that's probably how our kids are going to see. And that's something, like, again, taking it back, that's what, when they grow up and have their own relationships, then those are some of the qualities that they're going to look for.
So what quality do I
déjame-
have from your dad then?
What am I calling?
If that's the case.
You're very hardworking.
Okay.
You're very caring.
Okay.
What's another thing? I feel like you have a lot of his qualities.
Wow.
What did I say? Caring, respectful, hardworking.
No, those are great qualities. And
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
guess those are
I'm
three.
just trying to give our viewers like examples, right? Like,
yeah.
you're saying a lot that, oh, well, my dad's a reflection of a man I want. So obviously, like, a man, we never put those together. Like, yes, we can say maybe be attentive. We might expect that. But for me, I'm not, because obviously my mom made me take care of myself. So I don't look for that quality.
And you know what's funny? You know how como soy un chicle contigo? That's what that's because I would see that my mom wasn't very cariñosa. And she kind of is more now.
Right.
But my dad, I just have a memory of my dad always hugging and, kissing my mom. And even till this day, like, todavía es así. Like, he's always like very cariñoso with my mom. Not too, like, not overboard, but, I still see it there now, and I still have a memory of it. And that's probably why I still portray that to you. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I'm always wanting to hug you. And like, I like those really tight hugs, and just, when I hug you, I'm just like, and just take it all in. So that's something that I took from my dad.
I can agree
I
to
have to
that.
say.
And that's a lack of mine, because my mom ain't like that. So you see, my mom should have taught me that.
How about your dad? Like, did they ever show any affection?
No, not at all. Both of them
No?
really didn't. I mean, it was more of like, for them, it was like more of trying to get the family to almost be growing for the future, almost, if that makes sense. Like, it almost like when they came here, they had this vision of like, I want my kids to be successful.
Yeah.
And not so much of like, I'm not saying my parents didn't love each other, right? But I didn't see that affection.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It was a nice quality for my mom to tell me this about, oh, like, watch out with women.
Yeah.
Because my dad, and that reflection. I'm going to say he did teach me, but his teaching was more of like, it's a responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't more of like, oh, try to look for these qualities in these women. And it
Yeah.
would have been nice too. Like
Yeah.
for him to teach me this, because obviously if he's able to teach me, I'm able to grow as a man.
Yeah. Ahora te voy a tirar a ti la pregunta. Now that I was just thinking, I was like, you asked me what qualities do I have from your dad, but do I have any qualities of your mom?
No, that's what I'm saying.
No?
I don't know if it's me being the guy right now and I'm
Uh-huh.
saying it this way, but I don't know if it's that or it's because my mom made me very independent.
Mm-hmm.
So I never see that like, oh, I want this quality of my mom and my girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but I'm not saying like I didn't choose you because, oh, my dad has these qualities. So I have to make sure
But
that
I'm
my
a reflection.
yeah, but you're a reflection of it. But subconsciously, or I just got lucky. Maybe I just got lucky with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never put in a girl. Like I've never seen. Like I'm attracted for what you are, not for what you remind me of my
Yeah.
family. Kind of.
You remind me of a girl. You know what song that is?
Yes.
Did I throw you off?
No, but I don't know if you're gonna keep it in or you're gonna cut it.
No, I'm gonna keep it. Let's keep it.
All right. So it doesn't make sense. Like I've never looked for a relationship and say I want these qualities from my family and this girl kind of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if us guys really do that, as we see a reflection of our mom and this is what we want for
Yeah.
us. I'm not going to say, like I mentioned, maybe being attentive is one, because Latino moms are very attentive, but I don't expect that quality in my
Yeah.
future girl, at
Yeah.
the moment when I was single.
And I'm thinking maybe it can be different for everybody else. Like maybe there's people who like they want those qualities in
yeah.
them and they consciously do it. Or maybe just like me, there was somebody who's subconscious. I guess there's 3 different things, or maybe there's more. I subconsciously liked your qualities
Without realizing it.
without realizing it. And then there's you who is just like, you know what? If I like you and I like your qualities, then great.
Yeah.
We'll move forward with it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I did.
Yeah. And then if you like it, then you should have put a ring.
Andale pues. So you got lucky.
I did. I'm a lucky gal.
You answered that question your own self.
And there are some qualities that I don't like about you, but it's okay. I'm gonna work around it,
No,
and we're
but
gonna work through it
But
together.
no, like you would, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying we're both perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But now imagine if you're able to, if you don't like the qualities of what I have, and obviously we've been working on it, or you've learned these qualities, but you made it better. This is something that you can tell your son or your daughter,
Yeah.
because you're obviously growing them.
Yes. Yes.
So instead of making it be a rant about your dad, make it as like, look, your dad obviously was like this before, but look, he changed. So if you get this type of quality in a man, this is just the way I worked it,
Yeah.
or this is some tips what I did, or something. This is how we worked with each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like showing them. I love that you mentioned that, because it's not always going to be so good. Teaching them that yes, this is great, but it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, that Cinderella world doesn't exist, so don't try to picture perfectly.
It's not.
Perfectly. Just, we have to teach our children the negative spot for they could grow as, for themselves or for their future husband or wife.
Yep. And I agree.
Because at the long run, it's going to help them out. Because if they work with each other, correct?
Yeah. Let's say that you do teach them the qualities. At the end of the day, whatever that you teach them, you're trying to do your part as a parent. Yeah, después if they decide to choose somebody the complete opposite that doesn't benefit
try to
them,
do a whole 360, that's on them.
then they'll have to learn. They'll have to learn that themselves.
Correct. It's like almost like, that's why I kind of love it that when you're 18, you kind of have to be a little bit rough on your kid. Y ya cuando 18 and older, it's like, salte. Like, spread your wings out, because obviously you're able to teach them so much in those 18 years if you can. and whatever they get, cool. After that, pues yeah, you got to learn your own mistakes and your own abilities to be able to maneuver these things in life.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is going to be completely off topic, but I don't know if you've seen Billy. His name is Billy. He's on TikTok, and he just shows different parenting different parenting techniques. So he shows you like maybe like the wrong way or maybe not so positive way of parenting,
Right.
and then he ends it with the positive note. So one of them that I saw was he does a lot of these skits with his daughters. So that's just what it reminded me of. Is
Cool.
that I feel like he has a really of course I don't know them personally, but from what I've seen, and I know like social media, sometimes it doesn't portray everything that happens behind the camera or behind
Right.
closed doors. But from what I can see is that he's building that bond with his children by quote unquote doing it in a positive way. I don't want to say the right way because there's
Right.
no right way of parenting, but he's turning these negative interactions into positive.
Yeah, and that's great. Like that's what we're going for. And then this little segment we're having
Yeah.
or this topic is like that's why I wanted to go at it and wanted to be stuck more of like, oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about your parents and the negative. No, it's like, look, like if you're able to take something and it's the beginning of the year, maybe hopefully in 3 months you would see a change or you would see a growth on yourself. So that was really it. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you guys liked it, say something, comment down
Comment down
below. Say
below.
something like, you know, teach us something right now. So with that being said, I think that was a great couple of minutes we
I
spent
like
there.
that. I really like that topic.
What'd you have for us?
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I really like your topic. No, but something that really caught my eye this week was technology and cyber attacks.
Oh,
Yes.
dang, you're obviously moving to the future. You're taking the future very seriously.
I know,
here, huh?
right? Because we were talking about it last week. I know we were talking about like the future and predictions last week. Pero lo que me llamó la atención was that I don't know if you saw an article about an AI robot attacked an employee in Tesla.
Yeah, I think I saw it on
Yeah.
like Instagram.
Yeah.
Post.
So apparently it happened 2 years ago. It wasn't something that just happened, but
Oh man,
yeah, I
that
don't know
means we're
how.
super advanced then.
I guess
But
I don't know.
on the down low.
I know, but apparently there was just Elon Musk spoke out. He said that it was pretty much just that the engineer or the technician, he was working on something and I guess he thought that the machine was off. So yeah.
The great way to put a band-aid over a wound.
I know, and I'm just like, oh, like, are we sure? But I mean, whatever it was, you know, it could have been a malfunction. It could have been that it was a human error.
Yeah.
So, but it was, I guess it was pretty gruesome because it said that that he pretty much got, ¿cómo dijeron? How did it describe it? There was a trail of blood. So it was pretty gruesome.
I mean, we got to think about these robots. Obviously, if it's a robot, a physical robot,
Yeah.
almost like a machinery, you know, try to be safe. Like for me, I don't know if I would be feeling safe all the time. So I would just be looking over my back all the time.
I
como
know.
if I was here in the hood, porque
Yeah.
you never know. Obviously, I think, I don't know. For me, I see it as super advanced, a robot, you know? So I don't know if they have so many wires like a car used to have.
I know.
So what if a little wire gets pinched and is making a bad connection? You never know. So
And it's just a malfunction. Maybe it was a malfunction. I don't know, whatever it was. But curious enough, I saw a trailer for Leave the World Behind, and it's starring Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, Mahershala Ali, and then a couple other people. So it's pretty much based on a cyber attack in the United States. But well, the reason why I was saying curious enough, it's because there's a scene in the movie where a bunch of Teslas are pretty much just crashing into each other, and they were brand new Teslas. Nobody was in them, nobody was driving, but they were on the highway, and there was just multiple Teslas that were crashing one behind the other.
Yeah, I think that part of the movie they're saying like they're trying to block the road, right?
Yeah,
That's the
that
whole
they're
purpose of the Teslas being crashed into each other.
Yeah, so the reason behind that, yeah, you're right.
On
They
the
were trying to
trailer.
block people from leaving or,
Seclude them.
yeah, to seclude them in an area. The point that I'm trying to get at is that, yes, technology is helping us make things easier
And dumber.
and
I've always
dumber, like
say
you
it.
said
Sorry,
last
I'm
time.
always going to say that.
Because it is. It's making us dumber, slower, lazier.
Yeah, because imagine, maybe I don't want to get too head, but
Uh-huh.
imagine if this does happen, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have any skills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you gonna do? You're always relying on these smart gadgets, keywords, smart guys, or whatever says
Yeah.
smart on you have at home.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, smart TV, smart refrigerator. Those things can turn on your back real quick, as you can see with the cyber attack. And it's becoming way easier because obviously, right now we have cable internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if we're old technology now because we have cable internet, but there's part of Tesla, Starlink is sending all these satellites up in the universe for we have internet. So they're trying to go digital, almost like a phone carrier.
Yeah.
So imagine how easy it is to just be able to do a cyber attack because all of these smart technology,
Yeah.
it's right connected to the satellite. It's not even cable anymore.
And it's a bit creepy, scary because it's something that can possibly, I mean, I think you probably can because it's
Yeah.
all through, I don't know. I'm not tech savvy or anything. I'm pretty sure some what do you call it? Some IT folks are probably gonna come after me. But it's probably something that can happen. It's a self-driving car.
Yeah.
And then not only the cars, but just like anything that can be, I don't know how do you say it? Like it's in the network that can be taken over. Like they can completely.
Basically, if they can hack to your account or your social security,
Yeah.
obviously, it's a possibility that they're gonna be able to do this.
And it can be really bad because something that they mentioned in the movie is that there was power outages. Like everything is run on like electricity and computerized. I mean, I'm speaking non-tech savvy, but everything's with computer, like our phones. Everything can be taken over, and we won't bank. Everything can be taken over, and
Yeah,
we
it's
won't
like-
have access to
It's
it.
a very serious topic here. Like,
Yeah.
we're thinking about it as, oh, we're speaking in the future, but future's here. Like, what we thought wasn't going to get here is obviously here. And little by little, I think we're not really picking up on this, but it could happen even faster than what we think.
I was also going to say that a lot of people are going to be out of jobs. I don't know if you remember when we went to the Laker game
Mm-hmm.
and we went into that. Was it the Amazon where you can just scan when you just scan your credit card, you pick up anything from the shelf and then you just walk out.
Oh, yeah. it
Remember?
was, uh-huh.
Yeah, so you just walk out
Los
without having to.
Parileons.
Yeah, so it pretty much just charges you or it scans whatever it is that you
It's
took.
almost like scans you, I'm guessing, and then like it sees what you picked, and then it just
Maybe that took someone's job.
yeah.
But there are people there that are walking around monitoring.
Mhm.
So that's still a job.
Yeah, like I can say, we are, like I mentioned, we are in the future. So if you guys are looking for a job, because these robots are gonna take our jobs here very quickly, cybersecurity.
Yeah.
That's the place to go if you don't want to get dirty and you're not skillful
Yeah.
right now. Hopefully, you pick up a skill this year. If this makes you reflect, like, damn, what skill do I really have that I'm good with my hands? But if you're not and you're tech savvy, pues ahí está.
Eric's-
Cybersecurity.
Eric is doing cybersecurity, no?
Yeah, I think he's able to go ahead and do that. Meaning, like, I think he can apply. I'm not sure if he's doing it at the moment. But even like, I have another friend, Oscar, that he was at the Navy, and I think he was almost doing that route as well.
También. Oh, interesting.
So we're talking
So
about,
cybersecurity.
5 years ago that, he was in the Navy. So we're moving pretty quick here.
I know.
And cybersecurity is going to be basically one of the top or it is the top paying job right now.
Yeah. Who was it? Who were we talking to that they were like, oh, well, yeah, because everyone and everywhere that you go, like any business, they need security.
Yeah.
They
I
need some
think it was
sort of
Eric.
like software or something and somebody monitoring any of their, I don't know, I guess whatever it
Yeah,
is
it's
that they're
just
doing
like
in
your
their
Wi-Fi,
business.
It's like that's why you have a password on your Wi-Fi for you don't want just anybody to get in there. And obviously that's one way to secure your Wi-Fi para que no se metan. But the other way is for nobody can hack into
Your
your
personal
phone,
stuff.
whatever it's already in that connection of the Wi-Fi.
Really?
And whatever it is, yeah, they can hack into it. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's
I
the
didn't know
start.
that.
No?
No.
Wow.
I thought, oh, okay. No, now I know.
Well,
now
it's
I
almost,
remember.
it's almost like the whole satellite with your phone. You
Yeah,
get me?
no. I remember now because right now that you mentioned that, that's why they say it's not safe for you to log into, like, let's say if you go to the airport, they say it's not safe for you to log into their Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
because people
it's like an open network almost.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, yeah, I guess I do know that people can get your information that way. Pero ya andamos. Oh my gosh, we need Wi-Fi.
You can't live without it.
That's priority now. But yeah, guys, comment down below what do you guys think about this whole cybersecurity, robots, and all that fun stuff. So that's my spiel, guys. That's my thought about this whole cybersecurity world. But what else do you got for us, Lechito?
Well, I don't want to backtrack or anything like that, right? We already basically it's Thursday, is the first week of January, the first week of the new year. But I feel like 2024, it's going to be a great year for me. Obviously, if you guys can tell, Kobe in the back, and we have the infamous Hall of Fame shoes here. So. And you obviously, I feel that you do because you've said it. I mean, was it one of the reasons why you said it? Because it reminds you of Kobe and you know how much I like Kobe or what?
Yeah, no, that's why. Because it reminds me, of course, it reminds me of Kobe. And I know how much you like Kobe. But it's just like, I just feel it just, and it reminds me of you.
Right.
That's pretty, I mean, that's the whole connection.
Okay. Well, I'm going to throw you a little curveball right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
So just add up the 2024. What does it add to?
2024, 2, 4, 8.
Yeah. What was the next number of Kobe?
8.
There you go.
Oh, snap.
So yeah, I do really feel like I have a connection.
Can I go press it? I don't even know which one it is though.
So I really do feel like I have a connection with 2024 and you're going to learn something new today. And I think I've told you, but you know, I do really feel a connection with it. One is my dad and grandpa were born in 2024. I was...
Wait, they were born where?
And sorry. I was
like, wait a minute.
I feel like I'm very connected with the number 24 because my dad and grandpa were born on day 24 and I was baptized in 24.
¿Te tiro otra?
What?
When's my birthday?
The 8 August.
August
11.
8?
Yeah.
Let's add up. Okay, what's 11 plus 8? 11,
19.
12. Oh, never mind. I was like, what if it equals 24?
No, it didn't.
8.
Yes.
August.
Yeah, but right now we're talking about 24. You're still behind Kobe's number 8.
Yeah, but still, I'm still included in there.
You're pretty much are. But yeah, you know, those 3 things I was reflecting back. I was like, dang, 24, my dad, my grandpa, I was baptized in 24. And another clean fact that I have, I don't know if you guys are Zodiac believers or not. Next year is going to be the Chinese dragon. They call it the wood dragon. You know, their calendar is a little bit different.
Yeah.
They started like at the end, I think at the beginning of February. I believe they started like at the beginning of February. But, you know, another kind of cool fact about me and Kobe, that we're horse. He was born in 1978 and I was born in 1990. So they makes us as the same zodiac for the Chinese, the same animal.
Órale.
Yeah.
And what animal is it?
It's the horse.
The horse.
Mhm.
The horse. I'm trying to see like a correlation. I'm like, it's a conspiracy, man.
Conspiracy? Why?
No, I'm just saying because you know how, like
Oh.
there's only not a conspiracy. It's a coincidence.
It is a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
It is a coincidence, but basically the Chinese zodiac or calendar, we
Yeah.
can say, their years go every 12.
Every 12 years.
Every 12 years, that's how that zodiac animal
Mm-hmm.
comes again. So that's why he was born 1978.
Mhm.
12 years later is obviously 1990.
Yeah.
So that's why me and him are the same symbol.
Wow, you guys are twins.
Más o menos, más o menos.
And you even play like him.
Ah, sacate. But let me tell you a little bit more. Maybe if you guys like this segment with the whole Chinese zodiac, or you guys like zodiacs or anything of this nature.
Okay, channeling in your Walter Mercado over here.
No, it's almost like we're going to a new year. We're starting the new year. So this is why I'm touching on it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is kind of interesting that there's other type of zodiacs, meaning there's Chinese. Obviously, I don't know
Yeah.
if you can call it an American, but there's another type of zodiac. There's different calendars,
Yeah.
basically. Even the Aztecs had one, correct?
Yes.
Or the Mayans, not too sure which.
Mayans.
But if it's
Aztecs.
both, maybe they had
Aztecs.
one. But basically, the reason why there's symbols of animals in the Chinese zodiac
Mm-hmm.
is because the prominent emperor basically wanted a great race of 12 animals to be part of.
Okay.
All right. And again, if you see it, 12 animals every 12 years, that's when you get your symbol of animal again.
Oh,
So I don't know if that has to do something with it, but I did capture into it. And the rat is the first one that basically started the Chinese calendar or zodiac.
Uh-huh.
So then after that was the hawks, and it goes on and on. So if you guys want to know a little bit more, let us know, and we keep on going with this segment. But the rat, being clever and a cheater, jump on the hawk's shoulder. So hawks is the next one after the rat. Basically, the rat, by being a clever and a cheater, won the race of the whole 12 animals. He jumped on the hawk's shoulder, and he won by his nose sticking onto it. Yeah, the pig is basically one of the other zodiacs, and he was the last one, and he's the last one of the calendar
Uh-huh.
because he stopped for a snack and a nap. So yeah,
I've never heard the whole story, the story about it.
Yeah, there's a lot. Again, there's so much to learn from it. For 2023, our previous year was 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the year of the zodiac animal was the rabbit.
The rabbit.
Yes. So now for 2024 is the year of the dragon, but the calendar, the Chinese zodiac calendar, I want to say, because it does have years, or Chinese zodiac. Again, I'm not sure how they put it, if they just put it as one or they separate them.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little confusing to me because they do have different years for these animals. It is going to be the dragon, and they do have elements. So again, it's probably like water. This one for the dragon is wood.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much things about the zodiac, Chinese zodiac. But one for sure, anybody that was born in 1952, 1964, 1976, 1988, 2000, and 2012, they're basically a dragon year.
Mm-hmm.
So for those people, if you fall on these years, you're supposedly for 2024, you're going to be a luck, wealth, power, strong leadership skills, and attract personalities.
So forget the chonies. It's your year, baby.
Pretty much. Los chonis no trabajaron. Here comes the dragon to the rescue. And the ones that the signs, there's good, there's always bad. And again, this is just tradition, belief, probably, or, with the whole 12 animals.
Yeah.
Because they put the mouse first because he won the race, then the hawks. And if you look at the calendar, it goes on a circle.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that each animal falls basically as first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
Y así es como va el calendar. The ones I gotta look out for next year, because again, it's the dragon year, is the hawks. And the years of the hawks is 1949, 1961, 1973, 1985, 1997, 09, and 21. Que apenas básicamente pasó in 2 years. Another one, they put 3 animals on here. And the next one is the sheep, 1955, 1967, 1979, 1991.
That's me.
Uh-oh, you gotta watch out next year. Yes, ma'am. 2003 and 2015. The last animal, the dog, 1946, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006, and 2018. And this is almost like everything, right? Like, I'm not saying it's all gonna be bad,
Yeah.
pero como toda, maybe you're gonna have challenges. Maybe you're gonna have to like try to win somebody's confidence, or you're gonna have to outshine yourself.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to it. If you guys are interested, let us know. Comment down below, and maybe we can start doing these zodiacs. But it's interesting, guys. Like, again, I'm not saying be a believer, but sometimes you read, what they say for your zodiac, and it's like, oh, damn, I do have these qualities.
Yeah.
Or, whatever they're mentioning, you can reflect back and be like, oh, yeah, I do have that quality.
Yeah. And I think the people who do believe it, it's just, again, I think we've mentioned about energy, like how much energy you actually put into it, how much
Yes.
belief you put into it.
And they talk about wealth, they talk about finances, they talk about love life. So hay demasiado ahí information. So if you were mentioned as one of those animals, a sheep, ¿qué crees que será lo negativo?
What's the negative thing?
Yeah, for you. Anything that
For
you
me?
feel like you want to work on, or you feel like, oh yeah, I need to work on for sure. But the dragon year me va a llevar.
Well, I did say like something that I need to work on
Yeah, like you just feel,
for next year or this year.
no. Well, it's this year, todavía no, like I mentioned, and I think they start like in February. That's the Chinese calendar. But you have a month, so para que te prepares, what is something that you feel like you want to work on, or is going to be a challenge for you?
For me, being negative to myself. So that's something.
I see that could be because it's almost gonna show like you'll have a lack of confidence.
That I have a lack of confidence. Oh, I do. I know.
So you do have like a confidence.
No,
So that's
I
where
do.
it comes from.
I do, and it's not with everything. It's just certain things. Well, because I guess with a lot of things, because I'm an overthinker. I overthink things, and I know that has to do with my self-confidence in certain things.
Okay.
And that's why I'm so negative with myself and think so negatively about certain situations. So that's something that I need to I did, and I already started working on it. But of course I just started, so it's going to be like, a roller coaster ride. And hopefully sooner or later, hopefully sooner or maybe a little bit later, it'll get better. Because you've told me
you're working
myself,
on it.
and you've told me before, like, stop being so negative. And now I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful with the words that I say and the things that I say. I didn't realize how negative I was until I started reflecting it on my own. Because like when you would tell me, I'll just brush off like, yeah. But then, it just takes some self-reflection and acknowledge that I have been really negative to myself.
And I'm not saying like, you're negative in a bad way, or like,
no, but it is in a bad way, because negativity it is in a bad way.
I guess I say it more like I just feel like you bring your energy down.
I need to like, okay, I don't need to say that anymore. Like I can say like turning those negatives into a positive.
There you go.
and trying to figure out how can I turn it into a positive instead of like whining and complaining about certain things.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, but
Mhm.
hey, you're working on it.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Why does it say? Why did you say? Oh, you need to be careful for next year.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, I'm
because
curious.
it could be all that.
Mhm.
Like it's just again, they picked 3 animals out of the whole calendar, and because there's the dragon, like it's almost like you guys don't match. So those are the animals that you don't match with the calendar of the dragon.
So it was the dragon.
No, the dragon is next year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's next year. But which one is it that they don't?
They don't match.
Uh-huh.
It's the hawks,
Mm-hmm.
the dog, and the sheep.
And the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Hawk, dog, and
Hawks, the OX.
Hawk,
Hawks.
dog, hawks.
Yeah, it's OX.
Oh, an ox.
Yeah, an ox.
Okay, so ox, dog, and sheep.
Sorry if I didn't say ox earlier. But yes.
Because I thought it was a hawk, like, oh, God.
I say hawk? No, there's no way. I probably say ox or hawk.
An ox. I need to keep an eye on that. But I'm like, I this whole zodiac thing, like, yes, I like you said, I have seen things that like, okay, yeah, you know, that's kind of me.
Mhm.
But I don't want to put my energy or time or mind into it because I feel like I'm going to be overthinking it. And then
Damn, Mrs. Overthink. True.
the overthinker, and then I'm just gonna be thinking about it, be like, damn, like this happened because of this. So I just want to, whatever it is that I need to work on now, work on it, and then whatever it is that I do good, just appreciate and acknowledge it. That's another thing. Acknowledging and appreciating and celebrating my successes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just saying it like this. Like, again, you already reflected back and you know you're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say something's not going right. And you could be like, oh, it's a reminder for me to take that negative to the positive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because what they say, I mean, I don't know if it's the same thing, but they said sometimes bad things is a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, just because it's bad, it doesn't mean that it's terrible, you know,
Correct.
because it can be something good
Yeah.
coming out of it.
Very true. Well,
Yep.
I hope everybody, again, I'm not trying to scare you or anything. I hope everybody has a great year this year coming
absolutely.
up. And, you know, we want to say in good brivas.
Yes,
So
puras vibras
just
buenas
take
your
this
way.
as, you know, it's just a little segment, a little fun fact segment that maybe you can refer back whenever you hear it. Pero
I like
anything
it.
else you got there?
No, that is all. I like this little segment. I like our little topics.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the last one. Y nos vamos topic. Y again, if guys, just put anything down. If you guys want us to hit on something, write down in the
Yeah,
comments.
comment down below.
Because we like to reflect on random things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And we always do research, so help us out.
These
We do. We work
we
so
do.
hard on
It's a little hard. Doesn't mean that it's hard, you know, but
Sometimes it is.
we're trying our best. And again, with the new year, we're just going to try and get better for you guys.
Mm-hmm. And people have dropped topics in the comments, and we've talked about them.
Yeah.
So
And it's helpful.
It
Even
is.
though it doesn't seem like it's helpful, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you're trying to overthink the situation. And if that topic, somebody puts it out, like, yeah, if we can work with it, cool.
or segment ideas.
Bueno, pues con eso, otra vez no queremos sonar como un disco rayado, decían cuando estaba joven. But guys, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe.
And don't forget to listen to us on Apple Music and Spotify.
Yes, and if you haven't followed us there as a follow on Spotify or Apple Music, you know, go ahead and do so for us.
Yeah. And if you're listening, just subscribe, guys. Just really good. Just hit the little button. Just
No
beep.
cuesta nada.
Yeah, and turn on the notification. Just bing.
And if you don't, we still appreciate you clicking on this video.
Thank you.
But we will, guys, go ahead and see you then next week.
Bye, guys. Have a
Later.
great year and a great week. Bye.